So there certainly is a ton of absolutely insane stuff happening to Lucid Motors stock again, still currently being down about 17%, however since the just insane 67% gaps, after pulling back from the literally more than 675% jumps we've seen at the beginning of the year up to the crazy highs at around $64.86. But as we're despite the recent pullback still sitting at an 22% increase from the lows after those initial jumps, and also got a ton of crazy news in regard to the completed merger as well as some other key aspects. What we are going to do today is give you an updated insight into what is happening to the now ticker symbol LCID, including the impacts of the merger, and break down exactly whether it is still a buy at the end. And as the analysis in the video is absolutely crucial to consider before buying the stock, make sure to stay tuned. But before we jump right in, just hit that subscribe button down below. And as we'll keep you updated on breaking news and awesome trading opportunities every single day, subscribing would not only help us but also you. So there is really no excuse for not smashing the subscribe button. It's free, and you can always unsubscribe if you feel so. Alright, so let's start talking about the stock. And as the merger is now completed with the company finally trading on its own as well as literally being right before actually producing and delivering its first cars after almost 14 years since the founding, there are definitely a few things to discuss again, obviously also including the tremendous hype from retail traders and the fierce competition Lucid is currently facing. But there are still some extremely important caveats to consider before buying the stock, also leading to some pretty hard challenges the company currently has to face. The fact that it has delivered 0 cars in its entire existence, while pretty much having only built prototypes of future vehicles for example, is one of the biggest obstacles it has to overcome before making it a buy for a ton of investors. However, despite the fact that the Lucid Air is still in the pre-revenue stage, the remarkable more than 10,000 pre-orders are now literally scheduled to be delivered anytime soon, hopefully bringing an end to the continuing wait, while also providing some astonishing growth potential if the cars actually perform as promised. But there's one other crucial factor when it comes to Lucid's cars: the actual price of the vehicles. And while they might seem pretty outrageous at the first glance, they're literally crucial in terms of the mentioned competition, because it opens up some tremendous prospects in a market where almost no other large player currently plays a bigger role in the luxury market for electric vehicles. And as we quickly mentioned last time, due to their premium price points of for example $169,000 just for the Lucid Air Dream Edition alone, the company targets a whole different audience than most of the larger electric vehicle manufacturers do, who on the other hand focus on a broader market to sell as many cars as possible, making it nearly impossible for tiny producers to compete. So when it comes to this new business, the company may easily become a leader with the IPO as a perfect setup, assuming Lucid actually delivers on its claims and ability to bring their vehicles to market in the future, which still is a huge question, obviously also being one of the biggest risks for the company. Even so, the fact that the company was able to successfully merge just a few weeks ago and raise $4.4 billion through the merger deal alone is something that certainly makes it very appealing right now. And after the approval of shareholders for the merger process, investors can now focus more on the company's real business. So in regard to that, we are looking at a particularly popular electric vehicle company amongst investors, with this year's incredible 675% jumps in price, however mainly being due to their hope that the company is able to establish itself as a viable competitor in the highly competitive EV sector. But considering the massive hype we also get from retail traders, Lucid stock seems to have literally unlimited potential, just like we've seen it with previous meme stocks, and even Lucid Motors one in January. And taking a look at some upcoming catalysts, such as for example a new SUV in 2023, or expected sales of around 48,000 units over the next 5 years, the company's own projections make it easy to see why investors are so optimistic about the company's future. But bear in mind that we're still looking at an extremely competitive market with a ton of legacy manufacturers also investing heavily in more EV-heavy product lines, as we've mentioned before. Alright, if you liked this video and want to support our mission of providing free financial information here on YouTube, please ensure you're subscribed and definitely consider leaving a like. Thanks a lot, and see you next time.